Anxiety isn't just in your head, it's in your cells, your breath, your very being. It isn't just a fleeting moment of worry. It's a shadow that follows you, growing larger as the day progresses. It starts small, a slight unease when you wake up, a nagging thought as you prepare for work. By midday, it's a constant hum in the background of your mind, and as evening approaches, it looms large, casting its dark aura over everything you do. This is the insidious nature of anxiety. It doesn't just affect your thoughts, it colors your entire perception of the world. The laughter of colleagues becomes a potential mockery. A text from a friend feels like an incoming criticism. Even the simplest tasks seem fraught with the possibility of failure. But here's the truth that anxiety doesn't want you to know. This aura, this perception, is a distortion. It's a funhouse mirror that warps your reality. And just like a funhouse mirror, once you recognize the distortion, you can begin to see through it. Let's dive straight into the deep end. When anxiety hits, your rational mind often checks out, leaving you stranded. So how do we outsmart this mental hijacker? The answer lies not in your thoughts, but in your body's innate wisdom. First, let's explore the body code technique. This method taps into your nervous system's natural language. In calm moments, create a unique physical gesture, maybe touching your thumb to each finger in sequence or tracing a specific pattern on your arm. Practice this gesture while in a relaxed state, focusing on the sensation of calm in your body. Over time, this gesture becomes a shortcut to that calm state. When anxiety strikes, your body remembers what your mind forgets. One simple gesture can begin to shift your physiological state, giving you a foothold to climb out of the anxiety spiral. Now let's talk about sensory overload therapy. It sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. When anxiety overwhelms, it often narrows our focus to the point of tunnel vision. Break this pattern by intentionally bombarding your senses. Have a sensory emergency kit ready. Include something with a strong taste like sour candy, something with a potent smell, essential oils work great, and something with an intense texture, a piece of rough sandpaper or a super soft fabric. When anxiety hits, engage with each item in rapid succession. This sensory blitz can shock your system out of its anxious loop, creating space for you to regain control. Let's move on to the micro-mission strategy. Anxiety often makes us feel powerless, so we're going to flip the script with a series of tiny, achievable tasks. Create a list of simple actions, touch 5 blue objects, name 3 songs by your favorite artist, or count backward from 100 by sevens. When anxiety strikes, start working through your list. Each completed micro-mission reinforces a sense of capability and control, directly countering anxiety's disempowering nature. Plus, the focus required for these tasks can help redirect your mind from anxious thoughts. Now, here's a radical idea: anxiety amplification. Instead of fighting the physical symptoms of anxiety, exaggerate them. Heart racing? Make it race faster by jogging in place. Breathing fast? Speed it up intentionally. This might sound crazy, but there's method to the madness. By consciously controlling and exaggerating these symptoms, you demonstrate to your brain that you're in charge, not the anxiety. Often, this peak of intensity is followed by a natural calming response from your body. It's like stretching a rubber band to its limit. When you let go, it relaxes completely. Let's explore the future self dialogue. This technique involves creating a vivid mental image of yourself who has mastered anxiety. In calm moments, flesh out this future self in detail. How do they carry themselves? How do they react to stressors? When anxiety hits, imagine consulting this future self. What would they tell you? How would they handle this situation? This not only provides a source of wisdom, but also reinforces the belief that overcoming anxiety is possible. After all, your future self has done it. Lastly, consider the Anxiety Alchemist Journal. Instead of a typical gratitude journal, this focuses on transforming anxious experiences. Each day, write down one anxious moment and brainstorm how that energy could have been channeled positively. Could the alertness have helped you notice a new opportunity? Could the excess energy have fueled a creative project? Let's expand on the Anxiety Alchemist Journal concept with a bird's eye view and some detective work. Here are more innovative tools and approaches. Anxiety Energy Map. Create a visual representation of your anxiety. Draw a body outline and color code areas where you feel anxiety physically. Next, draw arrows pointing outward from these areas, representing how this energy could be redirected. For instance, chest tension could become an arrow pointing to deep breathing exercises or cardio workout. Anxiety time machine. When journaling about an anxious experience, imagine yourself 5 years in the future looking back at this moment. What lessons or growth might your future self see? This perspective shift can help reframe current struggles as potential catalysts for personal development. Anxiety skill tree. Inspired by video game skill trees, create a chart of skills or traits you've developed because of your anxiety. For example, hypervigilance might branch into attention to detail or ability to anticipate problems. Anxiety domino effect. For each anxious experience, trace a positive domino effect. If anxiety made you double-check your work, did that lead to catching an error? Did that then lead to praise from a supervisor? Map out these unexpected positive consequences. Anxiety superpower generator. List your anxiety symptoms, then brainstorm how each could be a superpower in the right context. Racing thoughts could be rapid idea generation in a brainstorming session. Heightened awareness could be enhanced observation skills for an art project. Anxiety ecosystem. Imagine your anxiety as part of a larger emotional ecosystem. How does it interact with other emotions? Does it sometimes protect you from overconfidence? Does it fuel your empathy for others? Map out these interactions. Anxiety alchemy challenges. Set weekly challenges to transmute anxiety into positive action. For example, channel today's social anxiety into reaching out to 3 friends I haven't spoken to in a while. Anxiety origin stories. Play detective with your anxious moments. Trace them back to their origins. Are they echoes of past experiences? Anticipation of future events? Understanding the backstory of your anxiety can help you approach it with more compassion and insight. Anxiety ripple effect journal. Document not just the anxious moment, but its ripple effects throughout your day. Did it make you more prepared for a meeting? More appreciative of calm moments? More inclined to help someone else who seemed stressed? Anxiety invention workshop. Use your anxious energy as fuel for creativity. Challenge yourself to invent solutions to everyday problems when you're feeling anxious. The heightened state might lead to unique insights or innovations. Anxiety weather report. Describe your anxiety as if you're a meteorologist. Is it a passing storm or a long-term heat wave? What conditions make it better or worse? This metaphorical approach can help you see patterns and predict weather changes in your emotional state. Anxiety alter ego. Create a persona for your anxiety. Give it a name, a backstory, maybe even a costume. When anxiety strikes, interview this character. What is it trying to protect you from? What does it need to feel secure? This playful approach can help externalize and better understand it. These tools aim to transform the experience of anxiety from a purely negative one into an opportunity for insight, growth, and even creativity. Over time, this practice reshapes your relationship with anxiety. Instead of seeing it as an enemy to be vanquished, you start viewing it as misplaced energy that can be redirected and utilized. Let's explore how to pierce this anxious veil. Start by acknowledging the anxiety without judgment. Say to yourself, I'm experiencing anxiety right now, and that's okay. This simple act of naming can begin to loosen anxiety's grip. Next, ground yourself in physical reality. Feel the texture of your clothes against your skin. Notice the weight of your body in your chair. These tangible sensations anchor you when anxiety tries to sweep you away. Now, challenge the anxious thoughts. When anxiety whispers, everyone is judging you, ask yourself, is that really true? What evidence do I have? Often, you'll find that these fears are based more on feeling than fact. Remember, anxiety thrives in isolation. Reach out to someone you trust. You don't have to explain everything. Sometimes just hearing a friendly voice can remind you that you're not alone in this struggle. As we wrap up, remember this: anxiety is powerful, but you are more powerful. Every time you face your fears, every time you challenge anxious thoughts, you're building resilience. You're teaching your brain that you can handle whatever comes your way. Your journey with anxiety is uniquely yours. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, but there is hope. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, be kind to yourself along the way. If this video resonated with you, give it a like and share it with someone who might need it. Your support helps us reach more people struggling with anxiety. Until next time, remember, you are stronger than your anxiety gives you credit for. Take care and be well.